Good morning. Good morning, kings and queens. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. I'm giving folks time to get in here. When you get in here, what I want you to do is, the usual. What I want you to do is, first of all, click like on this. Second of all, what I want you to do is go ahead and click share. So like and share, like and share. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from. Good morning. Good morning, everyone who's coming in. Let me know who you are. Can't just come in and not say hi. Yes, I'm going to be sharing a very special message with you today. A very special message that I can't wait to share with you. So I'm so excited to share it. A, because it is a break from jogging. I have been jogging, getting myself together, right? I love it. I love it. Ryan, I love this subject too. Trust me, you're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. So that's right, kings and queens. Go ahead, click like and share, like and share, like and share. I'm going to wait. Go ahead and click like and share for me. I am taking a break from jogging so that I can do this message for you. It's not going to be long, but it's going to be very, very impactful. It's going to be impactful. All right, because you can read from the topic what this is going to be about. I'm going to tell you this one. It's going to change your mindsets. It's going to change your mindset. So like and share. Go ahead, click like and share. Hey, Angela. Yes. All right, I'm taking a break from jogging. I needed a break, but I said, you know what? We can hit two birds with one stone by doing a message and taking a break at the same time. So let me tell you this. I want to talk to you today about a message that really, my brother, I've got several brothers, but this is my brother, Neil. And so with my brother Neil, he was the person who I always jokingly said he was sort of my therapist at times, because my brother went back when I lived in DC. He was the person who cut my hair every week. And anyone who cuts your hair or anyone who does your hair, anyone who you're around on a regular basis, you end up talking a lot with them. And on top of it, he's my brother. So of course we talk about everything. So anyway, I remember when I started my business, it took me probably 6 months after getting my insurance license to be making more than double what I was making from my full-time job, literally. So pretty quickly, I was already in a position to be able to leave my full-time job. But I was so scared. And every single week, my brother would ask me, did you quit your job yet? 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 Every single week, my brother would ask me that. And what ended up happening was I would say, no, not yet, no, not yet, no, not yet. I was really, I was petrified of the idea of doing it. And so my brother said to me one week, he said, listen, you need to burn the boat. I said, what does that mean? He said, it means you need to cut off anything that you can use to keep you in your comfort zone. You need to cut off anything that you can use to turn around, right? And what I realized is that our comfort zone is really our greatest enemy. Let me tell you this. It took me a while. It took me over 2 years to finally leave my full-time job. So think about that. I was working so many hours, in some cases almost 80 hours a week. So I'd do a full-time job and then do my business, which took a full-time effort. So I was literally hurting myself. I was literally hurting my body because I was too scared to leave my comfort zone. I didn't like my job, but I convinced myself that my job was something that was good for me because it was stable. I convinced myself that, anything could happen in this economy. You never know what could happen and everything like that. And the funny thing about your comfort zone is that it convinces you in a way that makes you ignore all information that would tell you otherwise, right? So of course I can say, yeah, the economy's unstable, but guess what? If you look at the unemployment numbers, even in the worst of a recession, 5% of people are unemployed? So the other 95% still got a job. So that excuse that I was making up, well, what happens if there's a recession? Well, if there's a recession, you'll probably be in the other 95% of people who are still employed. And in fact, the people who are most vulnerable in the event of recessions are the people who generally are not business owners. The business owners are stable because business owners can lay off people. They can cut costs. They can do whatever they have to do. It's pretty much the lower you are on the totem pole, the more vulnerable you are. So that excuse, it was an excuse I was making in my mind, but I was ignoring all signs around me that was telling me, no, leaving your job and being fully self-employed is actually going to be better for you in terms of stability. Beyond that, I would convince myself, I remember this, I would have, because, I was not great with money. And so my bills would run up. And I would say, what, if you focus on your business full time, you could make an unlimited income. That'd be one side of my mind. But let me tell you what my comfort zone would tell me. My comfort zone would say to me, nah, you just need to save money and cut costs. That's what you need to do. Just save money and cut costs back. right? And then you can figure it out. See, your comfort zone will tell you, no, don't take a risk. Just cut costs. Well, cutting costs was something to do. But let me tell you this. It is far more fun to make unlimited sums of money than it is to cut expenses. All right, I do believe you should cut expenses at the end of the day, so you don't want to be just spending crazy amounts of money. But if you have a choice between making unlimited money and trying to cut your expenses, well, let me tell you this, you can only cut but so many expenses, but you can make as much money as you want. So even then my comfort zone was lying to me, because my comfort zone was telling me it's easier to cut back, cut off cable, and do all these other things to cut my expenses down so I can get my finances in order, rather than transforming my finances by simply making more money. I want y'all to like and share this, and like and share this, like and share this, like and share this, okay? That's what I want you all to do, right? I'm telling you this because I know this from my own life. When you live in your comfort zone, when you stay in your comfort zone, when you refuse to do anything different, when you choose to stay with the status quo and the comfortable, you are denying yourself access to, I don't know how else to describe it outside of the life you were designed to live, right? I always say this, the people who you admire, the lives that you want to live, the car that you like looking at, the types of homes you like looking at, you know, all these things that kind of get your mojo going, that inspire you, that get you excited about life, they inspire you and get you excited about life because they were designed for you, right? That's how we know what's designed for our life, is what gets us excited, what grabs our attention, right? The inspiration and excitement is the universe, God, however you want to look at it. It's that entity's way of telling you that's for you. It excites you because that's what you need to be going after, right? But here's the thing, the bridge that stands between us and getting that life that we want, those things, those experiences that we want, the thing that stands between us and those things is stepping out of our comfort zone. I'm going to tell you this, when you step out of your comfort zone, you're going to step into a space that may not feel good at first. It may be scary at first, but let me tell you this, it's only scary because it's unfamiliar. It's only scary because it's unfamiliar. The more you do anything, the more comfortable it becomes. The more you do anything, the more familiar it becomes. The more you do anything, the more instinctive it becomes. You know, I live my life completely outside of my comfort zone. People ask me, they say, how do you go on television in front of millions of people and feel comfortable? I'm used to being uncomfortable. That's the beauty. You know, when I decided to step out of my comfort zone, I made a decision that I was no longer going to cling to a life of comfort. And every time I take a step that makes me more uncomfortable, I get more out of life. Every time I do anything that pushes me out of my comfort zone, I get more out of life. So to me, I'm addicted to the more, right? And I'm so addicted to the more that I can never turn back, all right? If you're going to be addicted to anything, be addicted to more in life. If you're going to be addicted to anything, be addicted to unlimited achievement. Don't be addicted to some comfort zone. I don't know much about reincarnation, so I can't tell you I believe much in it. So all I know is this is all I have, right? So this is all that I have. That I want to make sure that whenever my time here ends, I want to make sure that if I'm conscious enough on that last day or in those last moments, that I can look back and say, you know what? I did that thing. I did that thing. I lived courageously. I did unlimited achievements. I want to be able to say I did my best. That's what I want to be able to say for myself. That's exactly what I want to be able to say for myself. I want to be able to say that I drove the car that I wanted. I want to say I lived in the home that I wanted to live in. I want to say that my family experienced the best of the best. Because let me tell you this, when you step out of your comfort zone, you open the door for your family to have a better life too. So many of the struggles and the things that your family is going through can be cured by you stepping out of your comfort zone. Not only because of the material possessions and the money that you can acquire by stepping out of your comfort zone, because there are monetary rewards from doing so, but also because of the courage that you show within yourself. It takes you to a level where you then become a beam of light for the people around you. You know, I think about my mother. You know, I've talked about her on many videos, and you know, this is Mother's Day weekend, but I think about my mother. My earliest memories when my mother was sitting in AA meetings and in other meetings with my mother while she was working to become sober. Those are my earliest memories. I remember sitting there on the floor with a coloring book, you know, and people may say, oh, that's not an environment for a child. Well, yes, it was. It's the perfect environment for me because it let me see firsthand how it was to watch someone coming out of their comfort zone. You know, to get off of drugs and alcohol, that is the epitome of coming out of your comfort zone, because not only mentally is it taxing, but it is physically taxing. You know, I've never been addicted to any chemical substance, but I can tell you this from everything I've heard, it is brutal on your body going through those withdrawals. So watching my mother as a single person go through all of that, stepping out of her comfort zone every day after work, going to these meetings and taking her children with her. I can't imagine how embarrassed she may have felt on some days, having to have us there, hear and experience the things that she experienced, but she pushed past it. I can't imagine how it felt for her when all we had was a mattress on the floor in an apartment, because she didn't have anything else. She didn't have anything else. She had to sacrifice everything to become sober. I can't imagine how it felt. But through watching her push past her comfort zone, that gave me an early thought to say, you know what, you get a lot out of it, and you get a lot out of life when you push past your comfort zone. Now, I remember my mother getting sober. Then I remember just a year or two after she got sober, then I remember my mother going to school and becoming a clinical social worker. And so my mother began practicing therapy. I remember that because that was pushing beyond her comfort zone, you know, going to school at night while working a full-time job and taking care of me and my brother. Then I remember my mother going to seminary to get her Master's of Divinity and then becoming a reverend and eventually a pastor. And I remember my mother kept on doing things that push out of her comfort zone. I don't remember my mother ever really being a public speaker. So when she said she's going to be a pastor, I was like, what? I was like, you don't get afraid? She said, I do, but I'll get over it. I do, but I'll get over it. You've got to trust that when you push past your comfort zone, eventually you will build up the courage for it to become instinctive. Let me tell you this, there was a time where even when I would get on camera, okay? When I would just get on camera, my heart would pound. I'd be so fearful. There was a time where when I would get on stage, my heart would pound and I'd be so fearful. Let me tell you this, the more I did it, the easier it got, because I built up the courage to do more of it. Courage is a muscle that can only be developed by stepping out of your comfort zone. If you don't like the life that you're living, then you need to ask yourself, not is the life that you desire attainable or realistic, you need to ask yourself, do you have enough courage and willingness and willpower to step out of your comfort zone right now, right? People reach out to me all the time, MJ, can you do this for me? MJ, can you do that for me? I need this, I need that. No, what you need is the willingness to step out of your comfort zone. I could send somebody a check today. I could give somebody a job today, but that's not going to get you out of your comfort zone. You're just going to be someone still sitting in their comfort zone with a job and a check, okay? Stop asking people for stuff that you could do for yourself. You can be your own superhero. You can be your own greatest savior. You can be your own lifeline by stepping out of your comfort zone. There is so much inside of each of you, that is waiting to be unleashed by stepping out of your comfort zone. You know, for me, every day, I have to practice what I preach in this particular area. Every single day I have to practice what I preach in this area. So I'm not just telling you something that sounds good, I'm telling you what I live. What I want you to do today, what I want you to do right now is right here on this post. What I want you to do is write in here right now, Latanya, Chris Ross, all of y'all. I want all y'all to write in here right now on this post. I want you to write one thing that you're going to do to step out of your comfort zone over the next week. I'm not talking about next year, I'm not talking about 5 years from now. I don't want to hear about all that. I want to talk about right now. What are you willing to do right now? One thing that you're willing to do right now or over the course of the next 7 days is going to take you out of your comfort zone. If you're in sales, is it reaching out to those folks you know you need to be reaching out to? That used to be scary for me. My first 6 months in insurance, I remember I only earned $600 and I think about $6 because I was afraid to reach out to people. And then I remember I just finally said, you know what? I need more income. And so what I did was that pushed me to go outside of my comfort zone. So I went outside of my comfort zone and got on the phone. And that got me some appointments for that weekend. That weekend I made $10,109. So just that little bit of me stepping out of my comfort zone pushed me far. You know, I will tell you that every single time I've stepped out of my comfort zone, I have been abundantly rewarded. All right? Do I get afraid? Absolutely. But let me tell you, I'm addicted to what I get out of it because I know the reward is so great. That's the whole thing. Just step out of your comfort zone just one time, or just once a week for that matter. Let me tell you, what you get out of doing it will be so great that it will open the door for you to become addicted to the rewards. That's what I want you to become addicted to, is the rewards. Become addicted to the benefits that come out of stepping out of your comfort zone. You will achieve unlimited just success, unlimited money, unlimited everything. Let me tell you this. Success is not for the lucky, favored, or few. It is for the people who are willing to step out of their comfort zone. Wealth is not for the lucky, favored, or few. It is for the people who are willing to step out of their comfort zone. Happiness is not for the lucky, favored, or few. It is for the people who choose to step out of their comfort zone. You can be one of those people if you choose to be one of those people. So what I want you to do right here, right now, right on this post, one thing that you are willing to commit to do over the next 7 days to take you out of your comfort zone. All right? I'm going to finish jogging, then I'm going to go back because I have to do a recruitment webinar, and I want you to come on to it if you haven't signed up already. www.joinnationalcare.com. That's www.joinnationalcare.com. Let me tell you this, for some of y'all, that's going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. That's the thing you need to be doing. Like and share that, okay? Because the reality is this. Some of y'all are telling me, I need more income. I need more this. I need more that. Okay? Well, guess what? There's opportunity standing right here. Right? Getting into the insurance industry was me stepping out of my comfort zone. And I went from barely making enough to get by, and I made a good living, but I was spending too much money, right? It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. So barely enough to get by to now having abundance, complete and total abundance. It's because I stepped out of my comfort zone. I came into the industry. So that may not be for everybody. It's not for everybody, but I can tell you for some of you all it is. You know about it. You've been thinking about it. You've seen my videos. You've contemplated, you've procrastinated. Well, I'm telling you to step out of your comfort zone and do something about it. www.joinnationalcare.com. You all have a great day. For the mothers out there, the mother figures out there, because let me tell you this, you don't have to birth a child to be a mother, all right? It's about the role you play in their life, all right? So for the mothers out there and the mother figures, the fathers who have to operate as mothers, let me tell you this, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. We are who we are. People like me, MJ Harris. I am who I am because of the mothers in my life, right? My biological mother, Carolyn Hutchinson. My stepmother, Diane Harris. Hey, that's why I am who I am, right? Because of the mothers in my life. You know, the mothers of my company, Leslie Daly, my business partner, you know, people say you got a work wife. I don't have no work wife. I have a mother of my company. She makes sure this company stays on track. So happy Mother's Day to every last one of you, all the mothers within my company. Happy Mother's Day. And also I want to say happy birthday to my brother, the man who inspired this video. Yes, it's his birthday today. So y'all have a good one, folks.